We're now ready to open VisualSubSynch, since we have the MP4 video file and the RTF file containing the formatted transcript. First, I want to show you Edit Preferences, where I set some hotkeys that aren't set by default that I found very useful. The first is Add Subtitle from Pipe. I set to F2 by clicking in the hotkey field and pressing F2, then Set. And also the loop function I find very useful, so I set that to F3. And even more importantly, on the mouse tab, I recommend enabling mouse anti-overlapping. You'll see how useful this is later. Next, we can create a new project, and we need to specify the video source file. Call your MP4, and also set the type of subtitle file to SSA, which is preferable to SRT, because it's easy to merge several SSA files if more than one person is working on the same video. And also SSA files can contain format style information. And finally, we need to begin a process that extract audio information from the video file. It creates what is called a peak file, which is a condensed version of audio information, so that it's easy to synchronize the subtitles to the video by looking at the audio waveform. Once the peak file is created, there's no need to repeat this process. The next time this project is open, the peak file will be available from the previous session. In fact, if we make the peak file available on the ning.com website, you could skip this step by just acquiring the peak file, downloading it, instead of downloading the full video. It's a much smaller file. But the video can also be used to actually view the subtitles within this VisualSubSynch program. But it's optional. The peak file is complete, so now we can create a new project. The upper part of the screen shows the waveform, the audio waveform, but it's silent at the beginning. So I'm zooming out, and now you can see where Carrie starts speaking. There's one more thing I need, and that's the Edit Text Pipe, Show Text Pipe. This is where we'll see the formatted English transcript. There are bugs in this, as I mentioned before. We should be able to edit text pipe, load text pipe, RTF file type, and there's call your RTF. We should be able to load it, and it should display correctly, but it doesn't. It has many formatting tags embedded in it. So we need to work around that that's why we created that call your .rtf file. We can highlight this and paste over it what we stored on the clipboard earlier, and now it's usable. but we'll have to remember to save it each time we close the program. If we forget to save it, we'll just have to delete the part that we've already covered. Now we're ready to actually begin subtitling. There's a certain technique you can use to speed the process up so that you're going at about 1/3 to 1/4 the speed of the real-time video. And we'll get into that next.